We all have parts of ourselves we don't like. These parts make us uncomfortable. We push them down, we hide them away. This hidden part of ourselves is what Carl Jung called the shadow. The shadow isn't always bad. It's not a monster lurking in the dark. It's simply the parts of ourselves we've disowned, the parts we've deemed unacceptable. Think about it. Maybe you were told as a child to be quiet, to not be angry. Maybe you learned to suppress your creativity or your true feelings. These suppressed parts of ourselves become part of our shadow. We all have a shadow. It's a universal human experience. Understanding this is the first step to unlocking our true potential. The shadow can be tricky. It often hides in plain sight. It whispers to us through our reactions. It reveals itself in our triggers. Have you ever felt a sudden surge of anger or jealousy? Ever judge someone harshly for a trait you secretly see in yourself? These are signs of the shadow at play. The shadow can manifest as fear, anger, envy, or shame. It can also be our hidden desires and passions, the things we long for but deem impractical or wrong. Recognizing these shadow aspects within ourselves can be uncomfortable. We might feel ashamed or afraid, but remember, the shadow is not our enemy. It's a part of us that's asking to be seen and understood. The concept of the shadow is not new. It's woven into our myths and stories. Think of Hercules battling his inner demons, or Luke Skywalker confronting the darkness within himself. These stories resonate with us because they mirror our own inner journeys. They remind us that true strength comes from facing our shadow, not denying it. When we avoid our shadow, it controls us. It manifests in unhealthy ways, but when we confront it, we integrate it. We become whole. This process of integration is what Jung called individuation. It's the journey of becoming our true selves, and like any hero's journey, it requires courage, compassion, and a willingness to face the unknown. One of the trickiest things about the shadow is its tendency to project onto others. We see our own disowned qualities in the people around us. If we struggle with insecurity, we might criticize others for being arrogant. If we repress our own anger, we might be overly sensitive to anger in others. These projections can lead to conflict and misunderstanding. They prevent us from seeing others clearly, and they keep us trapped in a cycle of blaming and judgment. The key to breaking free from this cycle is awareness. When we can recognize our projections, we can take responsibility for our own shadow. We can start to see others and ourselves with more compassion and understanding. The shadow is not just a source of pain and conflict. It also holds our greatest gifts and potential. Within its depths lie our creativity, our passions, and our authentic selves. When we suppress parts of ourselves, we suppress our energy. This energy doesn't disappear. It gets channeled into other areas of our lives, often in unhealthy ways. But when we integrate our shadow, we reclaim this energy. We unlock our hidden talents and passions. We become more fully ourselves. This process of integration can be challenging. It requires us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities, but the rewards are immeasurable. A journey of self-discovery. Practical steps to start. Embarking on a journey of shadow work is a deeply personal process. There's no right or wrong way to do it. But here are a few practical steps to get you started. First, pay attention to your triggers. What makes you angry, jealous, or defensive? These are clues to your shadow. Second, journal your dreams and emotional reactions. Our unconscious speaks to us through these channels. Third, practice mindfulness and self-compassion. Create a safe space within yourself to explore your shadow without judgment. Fourth, seek professional guidance if needed. A therapist or counselor can provide support and guidance on your journey. Remember, shadow work is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming whole. It's about embracing all parts of ourselves, the light and the dark. Embracing the shadow, a path to wholeness. Integrating our shadow doesn't mean we condone negative behavior. It means we acknowledge and accept all parts of ourselves. We stop denying and start embracing. When we embrace our shadow, we step into our wholeness. We become more authentic and compassionate. We develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. This doesn't mean we'll never experience negative emotions again, but it does mean we'll be better equipped to handle them. We'll have the self-awareness and compassion to navigate the challenges of life with more grace and resilience. Embracing our shadow is a lifelong journey. It's a journey of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. And it's a journey worth taking. The ripple effect. Shadow work and our relationships. Our relationships are a mirror to our inner world. When we do the work to heal and integrate our shadow, it naturally ripples out into our relationships. We become more understanding and compassionate partners, friends and family members. We're less likely to project our shadow onto others. We can communicate more effectively and resolve conflict more constructively. When we show up in our relationships as our authentic selves, we create space for others to do the same. We foster deeper connection, intimacy, and love. Our relationships become a source of support and growth, rather than conflict and pain. And we create a more loving and harmonious world, one relationship at a time. Brighter tomorrow, the collective power of shadow integration. Imagine a world where everyone embraces their shadow, a world where we meet each other with compassion and understanding rather than judgment and fear. This may seem like a utopian dream, but it's a dream worth striving for. Each individual who embarks on the journey of shadow work contributes to a brighter future. When we heal ourselves, we heal the world around us. We break free from cycles of pain and suffering. We create a more just, equitable, and compassionate society. The journey of shadow work is not always easy, but it's a journey of hope, healing, and transformation. It's a journey that leads us back to ourselves, to each other, and to the very heart of what it means to be human.